Some wounds lie silently in our hearts for years and no one sees them. No one understands them. And sometimes we forget they are there. But God does not forget. He does not heal with noise, that He heals with loving silence. Here are 5 signs that God is quietly healing your heart right now. Signs 1. You start crying without understanding why. Have you ever found yourself doing something completely ordinary, like washing the dishes, listening to music, or simply sitting alone, when suddenly your eyes begin to sting, your throat tightens, and tears fall? No one hurt you in that moment. Nothing significant happened that you're not even sure you feel sad, but your heart, it feels moved, touched by something deep, something real, and the tears begin to fall silently. Many people think this means they are weak, but in truth, it's often the very first sign of healing. You don't cry because you're weak. You cry because your soul is finally beginning to soften after years of silent suffering. There are wounds you've buried so deeply that even you may have forgotten them. But God hasn't. He doesn't bring them back to cause more pain, that He brings them to light, so He can heal them from the root. These tears, the ones without a name, are a sacred sign. God is gently touching your soul, not with words, not with thunder, but with a tender, loving silence. So when the tears come and you don't know why, don't hold them back. Let them fall. Let them speak. That it may be the first time you've truly breathed in years. God doesn't need you to explain everything, that He only needs you to feel genuinely, honestly, and from that place, He begins to heal. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Sign 2. You no longer react strongly to things that used to hurt you. Some things used to hurt you, like a knife, a word, a look, a abandonment, or just a small memory from the past. Every time you remember, your heart tightens. Your body feels like it's shrinking, and you have to brace yourself to not collapse. But then, one day, everything changes. The same words, the same old image, but this time, you don't feel your heart tremble like before. You don't need to respond. You don't need to cry. You don't need to run away. You think you've become numb, but actually, you're being healed. When God begins to work in your heart, He doesn't erase the memory. He changes the way you deal with it. The pain is still there, but it no longer controls you. The hurt is still there, but it no longer controls your emotions. You become calmer, gentler, more stable, and it doesn't come from your efforts. It comes from His grace. God is silently supporting you from within, without others seeing it, without you having to prove it. It is a peace that surpasses all reason. It is when you step into a place that once made you fall, but this time, you stand. Notice those small changes, because inner peace is one of the most obvious gifts God gives when He heals your heart. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Do not let your heart be troubled, and do not be afraid. Sign 3. You are facing deeply buried, painful memories. There are wounds. We have buried them deep, hidden in the darkest corners of our souls. It could be a tearful childhood memory, a betrayal, a word that deeply hurts, or a period of life that you want to forget. You thought time had blurred everything, that you were stronger, had overcome it. But then, in the middle of a normal day, an old song plays, a familiar image appears, or a strange dream, all suddenly awaken the pain that you once buried. You feel your heart tighten. You don't understand why those memories are resurfacing right now, when you are trying to live on, and you ask yourself, God, why are you letting me remember these things? I tried to forget, but right here, God is giving you a chance to heal truly. He doesn't want you to keep suppressing. He doesn't want you to live with a broken heart covered by a fake smile. He wants you to face it, straight at the pain, and let Him heal it from the root. When painful memories arise, don't be so quick to blame yourself for being weak. Don't think you're going backwards. The truth is, God is pulling you out of your false comfort zone. He's peeling back layers of hurt, not to hurt you more, so His light can reach you. Maybe you'll cry more, but this time, each tear, it is a step closer to freedom. Remember, God never revisits your past unless He intends to heal it. He heals the broken. Sign 4. The things you once desired no longer excites you. There was a time when certain things felt like the ultimate goals in your life. Success, money, recognition, that dream job. or that one relationship you believed was meant to be. You prayed for them. You stayed awake at night thinking about them. You believed, if I can have that, I'll finally be happy. But now, when you look back, those things no longer excite you. And honestly, that realization might scare you. You may find yourself asking, what's wrong with me? Why don't I feel motivated like before? Why do the things that once brought me joy now feel empty? But pause for a moment and consider this. This may be a sign that God is purifying your heart. He's shifting your internal compass. He's moving you from chasing after what the world says is important to long for what He knows is eternally valuable. Instead of craving status, you begin to desire inner peace. Instead of running after achievements, you start seeking God's presence in your daily life. Instead of wanting to prove yourself, you begin wanting to love better, forgive more, and live with purpose. This isn't you losing motivation for life. This is God giving you a new heart, a heart that no longer runs after temporary things, but one who knows how to pursue what is eternal. When God Sign 5. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself to anyone. There was a time when you tried so hard to be enough. You pushed yourself to succeed, to look strong, always to be okay. Just so others would approve, so they would say you're doing fine. You feared being misunderstood. You stayed up late thinking about what others thought of you. You carried the weight of not being good enough. It felt like every day you were on trial, in the court of your family, your friends, society, and maybe even your own heart. But then, one day, something shifted. You stopped needing to explain yourself. You no longer craved validation. You didn't feel the urgency to impress or defend. And slowly, quietly, freedom entered your soul. That's a clear sign. God is healing you. Because when God begins to work deep within you, He doesn't just fix the surface, He gently removes the burden you've been carrying, the comparisons, the fear of judgment, the ache of not measuring up, and He replaces them with something holy and unshakable. I see you, I know you, and I love you, without conditions. You begin to live lighter, not because you stopped caring, but because you no longer carry what was never yours to hold. That you're not lazy, that you're not passive. You've simply learned to live from the inside out, not from the outside in. True healing doesn't make you perfect in other people's eyes. That it gives you peace of mind. And in that peace, you discover your identity, not the one the world gave you, but the one God has already spoken over you. I have called you by name. You are mine. If you're feeling these things, know that God is healing your heart. Gently, steadily, and lovingly, without effort, without trying. Just trust and let Him do His part, because God's love always finds you, even when you don't know you need Him. If this video has brought you blessing, hope, or a change of heart, please let me know by liking and sharing with those who need to hear. Leave a comment below about how God has spoken to you. Don't forget to subscribe to God Speaks in Dreams for weekly videos to strengthen your walk with God. Your support means a lot to the channel. See you in the next episode.